Okay, so story time. So it would have been a while ago, but the time this releases. At the time of filming, it was only a couple days ago. So I went to go see Your Lie in April, and I met MatPat and Dawko. So the thing is, I have seen half the anime, and I couldn't really get into it. So when I saw like the musical, I was kind of interested, but I was also like, I don't massively have the money to go see this. Like, it's cool, but I won't go see it. This is the wrong thing. These. Anyway, so I saw on TikTok that MatPat was like co-producer. I think he's either co-producer or like he's not director, but something like that. Oh. But yeah, so he was actually going to be there on the 9th and 10th. So you probably won't know this about me, but I am a big fan. For 9.5 years, I have followed MatPat, watched his videos. So being able to meet him, I was like, oh my god, it's like a massive opportunity kind of deal. So I was like, you know what, let's just have a look at the tickets at least. So I did. And I found out that the tickets were £15, or the ticket that I got at least was £15. It wasn't a very good view, but yeah, I'm gonna come back and eat these in a minute, maybe. Actually, just don't know, let's push it down. Yeah, so I think it was £15, and it would cost me about £20 by train, not including the London Underground. And I thought, you know what, why not? This is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I'm in UK, MatPat is in America, so like a limited time event. So I treat myself to it, and I was like, I probably won't meet MatPat, but I think I'll enjoy the experience. Like, anyway, I'd still like to try and meet MatPat for years, but even just like seeing him in person was going to be insane. So the day there, it was kind of a rush because I had to collect a parcel, but I got there anyway, and I essentially I arrived to the corner and I saw something and I was like, is that MatPat? And it was, and I just kind of froze it because it's like an understatement of my reaction, because I saw it and I was just like, oh my god, like I physically froze because MatPat was just right there. I was an hour and a half early, so there was barely anyone there, and he was just saying hi to people and greeting people. So I was shaking, my legs were shaking. I was like trying not to cry at first because it was just like a lot was going on. So I went over there, I went to meet them, and I turned around and there was Dawko. Like, I just turned around and went, Dawko? And he was like, hi. And I was like, no way. So it was. So I got a photo and autograph of Dawko, which was amazing to see. I got a photo with MatPat, and I chatted with him for a bit, which was amazing. I didn't say much to MatPat because I was like mega anxious, and he had like other people to meet because he was really popular, obviously. I think he was speaking to like the stage designer or something. Anyway, so then I actually chatted with Dawko for a bit, which was quite nice. He was really friendly. We talked about cruises, funnily enough, because I asked him what brought him there, and it was like MatPat invited him, which was amazing because I got to see these people that I had grown up watching. Which is insane. But yeah, then MatPat came over and he was like, am I interrupting? Can we like go take photos? Because they had to go take photos, like promotional shots, I guess. So yeah, I was really embarrassed though because my umbrella was broken and I dropped it twice, like the end of it, because I was so anxious as well, and it's just like broken. The whole thing fell off, and I was like, oh my god. And MatPat picked it up for me twice, and I was so embarrassed, especially because the second time, I held a gift bag someone had given him. I held that while he signed it for me, and obviously it dropped to the floor, and I was like, I can't get this wet because it's London, it was raining. I didn't want to, or it wasn't raining, but it had been raining, and I didn't want to get his gift bag wet. So my third banana still picked it up for me. And then Dawko picked up my Sharpie, and it was kind of funny because we were both kind of reaching to it. And then I thought, it's going to be more awkward if I try and grab it at the same time. So I kind of like backed off, and he handed it to me, and I was like, So the show was amazing. So I watched the first half. So Matt and Dawko were actually sitting not far behind me. I was 3 rows back, and because my ticket was £15, it was a bit of a restricted view. Amazing view still. Like I could see like most of the stage. There's a little bit I couldn't, but other than that, it was like amazing. Yeah, so the show was great. I felt kind of bad though, because so Matt was getting swarmed because obviously it's MatPat, a lot of people coming to see him. Not as many people recognized Dawko. I think if they knew he was going to be there, a lot more people would be like, oh, damn, it's Dawko. But at one point, like, he was kind of like ducking his head because so many people were coming to see MatPat, and they were like almost leaning over him, which felt a bit rude, honestly. But you know, but yeah. So the second half, I was talking to the person next to me. They were really nice, and they knew Dawko, and I was like, you know, if you want to go meet him, he's right there. And they were really nervous, so I said, I'll come with you. You know, I'll take you over. So he was on his phone, and I felt kind of rude interrupting. But I was like, hi, Dawko. And he was like, oh, hi again. And I was like, yeah, this person, just come over. And then you got to meet Dawko, get a photo with him, and talk to him and stuff. It was really nice. And then afterwards, I spoke to Dawko about the FNAF 9 game I placed in, like if he wanted to check it out or something, which was pretty cool. And then we just kind of chatted for a bit, because I was like, I don't want to be interrupting you or be in your way or anything. And he was like, no, it's fine. You know, most people are here to see MatPat. And I was like, oh. Like, I can honestly say I was just excited to see Dawko as I was MatPat. Like, that's kind of what got me like, oh my god, because, you know, I've been on a really cramped underground, and then being in, like, London Broadway was quite, like, overwhelming in a good way, because I had, like, my headphones on, so it was loud, but that was, like, a really, like, amazing experience. But then to see, like, both MatPat and Dawko there was just, like, woo! Just gonna eat some shrimp quickly to recharge my energy. Wait. I know, kitty. You got some food here, look. Oh, the shrimp. I wonder if we can get full energy. Yeah, so that was an amazing experience. The show went into the second half, and I cried my eyes out. There was this one scene with Kuse was playing with his younger self. Yeah, so Kuse was playing with his younger self, and it was a song called Love Sorrow, and his mum was saying, like, love isn't always happy, because I'm not gonna be here for much longer, because she was sick. And she was like, who will comb your hair and stuff? And then younger Kuse and older Kuse were playing it together, and I was just like, oh, like, I cried more than that than the ending. Like, I don't know if you guys know how Your Lay in April ends. I won't spoil it, but I cried less at that than I did this one scene, because it kind of reminded me of my own family as well, and people I've lost, and it was just like, you know, amazing scene. But yeah, so second half ended, and MatPat said he was going to do a Q&A, but also he was going to come out to the stage door, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait for this. You know, I really want to meet MatPat again, and to be able to speak to him and just say, you know, thank you, because I grew up with, like, watching game theory, like, since I was in year 6, I think, because I'm 20 now, but I started watching, you know, 9.5 years ago, so it's been a long time for me. And I owe a lot to MatPat, like, some of the things, like, and the entire theory team and stuff, because my love of, like, English came a lot from watching game theory videos, because I learned, like, analysis can be fun, and, like, a lot of English is just making a theory. That's what essays are. You're making a theory based on evidence. They're not proven right, because unless you can really speak to the author, which you can't for Jane Austen, for example, you're just making a theory based on it. So I just came over and I was like, yeah, I wanted to come back and just come say hi again. And he said, yeah, I'm glad you came. And I was like, I remember you. And I was like, oh my gosh. And he wanted to speak, but I think I accidentally, like, cut him off. And I was like, I just wanted to say thank you. And I just kind of explained a few of these things. And he just said, oh, I thank you for telling me this. And he gave me a hug and stuff. And it was really nice. He went, oh, thank you for telling me. And it was just really nice and sweet. Yeah, and then he gave me a hug, and I was like, oh my god. So I asked if we could say it's just theory together, and he said no, just because there's so many people in the queue, he'd have to do it for everyone. I was like, oh no, that's completely fine. You know, I just have to take one more photo, and I did, which you can see, like, you know, I'll put it on screen here, I guess. But I also got to say bye to Dawko. It was amazing thing to be able to meet him as well, just to meet both and be able to just have, like, a proper chat with Dawko a couple times as well, which is incredible. It was a wonderful experience. But yeah, I would do it again. I mean, Obviously, it cost me a bit more in the end because I wanted souvenirs. But it was worth every penny. But yeah, it was amazing. Oh, I also got to meet some of the cast as well. Kusei, his actor, and then I don't remember. I know the actress was called Jessica, but I don't remember the role she played. But they came out on the stage door, and I was like, they said hi to me, and I was like, oh my god, hi! And they were kind of like laughing and we're going like, hi. So I got their autograph. I should have asked for a photo, but I was feeling too like anxious, obviously, because I was about to meet MatPat. So I was still like, oh my god. You know, I was gonna see MatPat again. I wasn't like shaking like I was before, but also, you know, I've thought of for years when I could finally like thank MatPat for everything like he's done for me, like how I've made friends, how I've like, you know, part like YouTubing right now and making TikToks and streams and stuff is part like thanks for the videos. Obviously, it's like I grew up watching like Markiplier and PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye as well, so that contributed. But yeah. But I don't know if any of you guys went, but if you haven't been and you have the opportunity to go, you should go to July and April. I think it's running till like August, September. But yeah, because like the week leading up to it was really rough because I had a chest infection. Like I was a lot better and I wasn't infectious when I went because I'm not going to infect MatPat or Dawko or anyone in the theatre, obviously. But yeah, so it just really cheered me up to have been so like rough and like sick and stuff, and having like I dislocated my kneecap in February. I had an ankle sprain in the April, I think. So that was like rough. But honestly, it made a lot of the things that went wrong like worth it. Like, you know, I like to think that all this bad luck was just building up to this good luck. So, yeah, I'm just gonna finish throwing this stuff up, and thank you so much for listening. I think we should get a decent high score here at least. Let's go. Come on, for MatPat and Dawko. For MatPat and Dawko, go on. All this stuff. Well, these are worth $3. I should have got more of these. No! Let's see how we did. 91% complete. We got the stars. Nice. 100% complete. And we'll get a perk. So we will end that video here. It was one video, but I feel like I've kind of split into two. But thank you so much for watching.